Every country has their mysteries, and every country has their history. I kind of believe both of which are manipulated by people, by mankind. We like to tell stories and like to say we're right. And today, I'm in a broch that's known as Ousdale Broch, but in the Gaelic, it's known as Allt na bhurg Broch. Allt is a little word for a stream. It's a stream that runs at the back of the broch. But there's not many words I can say. All I can do is try to show you. Allt na bhurg Broch, guys, has some seriously questionable things about it, which is probably why there's no signposts anywhere. To start off with, I am trapped in a tiny, tiny room where the entrance, I don't know, like a meter? And when you climb out into the main chamber of the broch, you're met with the incredible craftsmanship of the people 2,000 years ago. Whew, you can't help but feel at peace. Now, this is not the first time I've seen these like kind of small shelves. If you remember Tapach Broch, way down near Falkirk, it was kind of a similar size. Now, the walls of the broch are said to be 4.5 meters thick. This is the official entrance with the tiny, tiny guard room again. That one's not even a meter. And we come out to see the wonderful broch, which is almost sunk into the ground. Some similarities between most of the brochs are the wee staircase up the side with a wee guard room in this just as you enter the doorway. Now the stairs here are in great condition. 2,000 years ago, guys, people thought it was a good idea to build their protection tower right down here. You know, guys, this place was excavated in the 1890s. And roughly we think it's about 2,000 years old. Who made it? We don't know. Can we call them Picts? What can we call them? I don't know. But if you think these tiny passageways and tiny doors are normal, I'm no a giant. I'm not a giant. I'm a normal sized human. But if someone's that big and they got to climb up half of their body height to get into the wee doorway, to get into a wee room, which I've never seen in any other broch, pooh, doesn't make any sense to me. Pure crazy like. Oh, so peaceful. I let you try and imagine. Just try and imagine what went on here 2,000 years ago. What was wrong with having a wee house? Something was up, something happened. Knowledge was shared all over the country. Caithness and Orkney have majority of the Brochs in Scotland, but if you've been following my videos for a while, you'll have seen Brochs all over the place. Weird locations. Antonine Wall, for God's sake. Bloody out west coast, for God's sake. So peaceful. It's so peaceful in here. Oh. Ousdale Broch, guys, is actually the first Broch you come into as you enter the Caithness area. After being to some of the Brochs like Broch and Taplock Broch, and you know, you start seeing similarities about things and start kind of trying to piece some stories together. And the general size of it's so tiny. Like it's tiny. Like look at me, I'm what, 6 foot? Don't know how it looked 100 years ago, don't know how it looked 2,000 years ago. But you know, when you see the Brochs and you talk about the giant stories, and then you get to a wee Broch like this and you start thinking, oh my God, are dwarfs real? Did we have hobbits in Scotland, or were the people just pure wee dinky things, man? I'm not that sure. Stay tuned. So guys, we are now in a kind of less tranquil spot right next to the A9, just north of the village called Golspie. And I am here because there's another wee Broch I wanted to show you. So, this here, my friends, is Carn Liath Broch. Another excellent example of a 2,000-year-old structure created by our ancestors. Another wee guard room. I'm convinced the only thing you're putting in there is dogs. Possibly grains, storage. But in terms of guard rooms, I don't know what that's supposed to guard, or who's supposed to be in there. So this Broch is kind of the more typical. It's more common wall that you see, where you've got the next level up on the top here. And yeah, we can also go and visit some bonny steps. No guard room on this side here. If there was, it's been blocked off. Beautiful, beautiful staircase. Absolutely excellent, but for tiny feet again. And from the top, you get the beautiful view of the A9, and you can see Carn Liath Broch itself. I almost fell. You can really see the width of the walls on this Broch, which is quite exceptional. What's that? It's got to be about 5 meters. Just the width of the wall in the internal chamber of the Broch. But what makes this quite spectacular is the fact that Carn Liath Broch has a lot of these outbuildings still in place. There would have been a whole community once living here, probably thriving in the local fishing, and still used for farmland today. Now in the far distance, that there is the predatory hangout of Dunrobin Castle, which we will come to on another day. what these people are hiding behind. Look at this. Bear in mind, this would have been like, could be up to 10 metres tall for all we know. The size of this broch. Stunning, isn't it? Really magical. Oh, that's it from me, guys. Another one of my random wee adventures. Do hope you enjoyed today's wee broch trip. Can you beat it? This Carn Liath broch, I came here about lunchtime today and it was hoaching, man. There's like a North Coast 500 sign posted to it. Without a doubt the busiest broch I've ever been to. It's not really ideal for filming, which is why I've returned on my way home. So I do hope you enjoyed it. Yeah, if you like seeing brochs and ancient stuff and thinking about ancient culture all over the world, man, I think we're all one, you know. There's nothing to differentiate between us human beings, and the ancient people, they all seem to have pretty similar ways of thinking about the world. Now, for our brochs, I don't know. Eventually, hopefully, I'll go to each and every one by the end of my life. But as for now, that's it. Cheerio the new.